All right, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some lawmakers in the state of Pennsylvania want to make the new driving age 15 in an effort to make 14 and 15-year-olds work more to drive the jobs and stuff like that. They wanted to make it to where 15s can get a job in like meatpacking industries and stuff like that, places that need help. Are we for this or are we against it?
Is this the same state that just got caught running like 12-year-olds overnight shifts?
Probably. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Probably. I think Iowa is also one of the states too that's looking into getting kids at a younger age to work in these warehouses and factories.
They do this because when you're not 18, or what was it in Illinois, you don't have to get paid minimum wage.
Yeah, that's most.
Okay, I don't know about every state. I'm not familiar with every state's laws, but
that's most.
Yeah,
this is just cheap, easy.
Yeah, I think it's pathetic. You want kids to work for you because you don't want to pay adults that are more equipped and can handle these responsibilities, and you don't want to pay these people. You don't want to pay people. You want cheap labor is what you're looking for. You're looking to exploit young children. I hate
One of
it.
these 15, even 16, 17-year-olds, you're in high school. I know a lot of you need jobs and stuff. Like some kids,
right.
Everybody's situation is different.
Mm-hmm.
But a 15-year-old when are they going to work in a meat factory? After school?
They're going to clean up? Because that's all they can do. They can't touch machinery.
Yeah, they can't touch machinery.
No?
I think that's why they got in trouble in a lot of states.
Okay, they're not supposed to touch machinery.
When I was in high school, I worked a 5 to 9 job. It was it. It was nothing crazy. I worked at retail or fast food and stuff like that. Something, not a lot of hours, not very far. But that made sense. Like, I'm for, 15, 16-year-olds working and stuff like that. But, to make a law to reduce the driving limit just so they can go to these meat packing industries, and so these meat packing industries can exploit young labor just to cater it to them. Get out of here with that. I feel like that's a bunch of BS if you ask me.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't see those laws ever passing.
That is all about I don't know how to say it.
Here's the thing. But here's the flip side. If you allow your child to be 15 and work, let your kid work.
Changing driving laws. So
you can drive at 15 anyway, just with supervision. And I think it goes back to the whole thing of it depends on the kid. Because there's certain 16-year-olds that shouldn't be driving. There's certain 17. There's certain 20-year-olds that shouldn't be driving. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just think it goes back to parents your own kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at it from a predatory side.
Yeah.
From them. That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, then don't allow your kid.
Now, if parents don't want, that's one thing or whatever. I just don't like that side of, it's just, because then what's to stop them from wanting 11 and 12-year-olds? And there's some parents that don't protect their children. There are some bad parents that do not, do a good job at protecting their kids. There's some kids or parents that will make their kids go to work just so they can make extra money, and so they can take their paycheck.
So some kids do it to just help the family out, and not knowing that they're being misused.
Yeah.
And let the parents parent your kid, make the decision. I think you gotta protect the kids.
And somebody that's worked, you've worked in warehouse jobs. I've worked in a warehouse job. They're dead end jobs. There is absolutely no carry on from those things. You're not gaining any real experience in anything other than how to pack something or lift a box or maybe drive a forklift. Those jobs don't pay very well. It's not setting you up for the future. It's not setting you up for a bright future. So, I don't know. I think they're better off staying in school and, working on their studies.
Yeah.
Well, they're not saying that they're not in school.
No, this law is not to benefit the kids and parents to let them get a job.
Yeah.
No, this is all about corporations getting cheap, young labor.
How many 15-year-olds have their own car?
Well, how many 16-year-olds have their own car? You're talking just a year here. That's not that big a difference, to be honest. In my opinion.
But there's these meat packing places in the same state that they just got in trouble.
Well, that's a bigger issue than just.
Do you think these same
15-year-olds
companies are
having
going to care?
Well,
Just
that's
because
what I'm
they
saying.
made a law that makes
I
15-year-olds allowed to be able to work
But that's
now?
what
No.
I'm saying.
Mhm.
That's a
They're-
bigger issue than
Yeah.
just allowing 15-year-olds to have a driver's license.
Yeah, I just think from a more, I don't know. I'm looking at it from a, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm against it. If you want work, get the people that are old enough that need jobs, pay them, offer benefits, I don't know.
I mean, I agree, but I don't think there's that much difference between a 15 and a 16-year-old. That's all I'm saying.
When you're talking,
So
when
if
you're
we're-
talking about driving and,
So if we're talking about them working
Something that's a
in,
big
Mhm.
difference.
no, it's really not.
Should sound.
It's most of the time it's not.
No,
Okay, I have
you
children.
raised 3.
Yeah.
Not every-
Okay, I mean, yeah.
No, but I was good.
Okay, so was I. So I'm still more able to speak. Shut up. You're just being weird. Okay, all I'm saying is I agree, 100% agree that this is wrong on all sorts of levels. But honestly, at the end of the day, 15 and 16, that's not that big a deal. So if that's the issue and that's what we're doing here and that's why we're lowering it, then we need to address that. And then 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds maybe even.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe not 18. But 16 and 17 also shouldn't be allowed to work in those meatpacking industries.
I mean, honestly,
That's
you got a
the
point.
issue.
I think you got a point there. I think under 18,
Yeah.
just young.
They
And
should-
there's been people that are trying to push the driving age to 18 since before I started driving. Like there's people that were arguing that 16 is too young to drive. Now
In
people.
a lot of cases, I agree with that statement.
Yeah. So and
Goes
then now
back to-
Pennsylvania is like, no, they're too old. Let's make them younger. I don't know. I hate it. I hope it. I mean, I don't think it'll ever see the.
I don't think it's going to pass.
I don't think it'll ever
No,
see the
I
light
don't-
of day.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, that law
But-
is not based around letting 15,
Yeah.
16-year-olds.
But
15-year-olds drive a year earlier.
Right.
It just makes
It
you
is.
wonder who are these lawmakers and how do they become such? Because it's just mind-boggling. I can probably do a better job than what they're doing.
I don't know. It's all messed up. But I think that's the
It
bigger
is.
issue is that we shouldn't allow children under the age of 18 to be working in the industries at all. But
That's a fair
if
point.
we're just talking about a 15-year-old getting his driver's license, like take out the
Mhm.
other aspect of it, there's not that much difference between a 15 and a 16-year-old anyway.
I hope 15-year-olds.
15-year-olds on the road then.
I
yeah,
hope. I
and
hope.
that goes back to
I hope 15-year-olds rebel and they have their own strike. Like, no, we want 25 an hour. What do you mean? Like, I don't know. That'd be
and
hilarious.
in certain, and I don't know anything really about Pennsylvania's meatpacking industry and these, but I worked under the age of 18 and I was always paid the same minimum wage.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Fortunate enough that they don't have to, and that's just the way it is.
Mhm.
Because honestly,
And
a
that's what it's all about.
a
Hanging
17-year-old is not working to sustain
Dude.
themselves. They're just
Right.
looking for,
I remember.
Party
What,
money.
you don't know somewhere?
well, okay.
Yeah,
Dude,
you're
I
right.
remember a 2-week paycheck from Hardee's when I was like 16 was like $270. It was so it was nothing.
I made $4.25 minimum wage
yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
16 years old, and I worked 37 hours a week.
Yeah.
I worked a
Wow.
lot.
Yeah.
But-
That's just crazy how times have changed. But all right, that's all I got on this topic.
Yeah, I think there's bigger issues. than just 15
All right.
years,
Well, there we have it.